Hey DIY Squad, it's me, Emma from Emma's Exciting Life, and today I'm going to be making chocolate chip banana bread. So for this delicious food, you're going to need 2 bananas, and they have to be very, very mushed, like very black. Of all-purpose flour, chocolate chips, baking powder, a tablespoon of salt, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 2 eggs, right here, a bowl, a whisk or a fork or something to mix it. And that's pretty much all you're going to need for this project. Alright, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, which I've already done. Now that I've preheated my oven, I'm going to be mixing my baking powder and salt. A stick of butter, forgot to mention that before. 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Where is that? As you guys can see. And then you need to pour in 3/4 cups of brown sugar. Alright, so I got my 3/4 cup here. My 1/4 cup, and I'm just going to scoop it in 3 times. Once. Now I need to put in 1/4 teaspoon of my salt. Alright, so now that I've put in my salt, so you're going to need half a stick of your butter. So, my butter here. And I have about more than half a stick, so I would cut it about here. So I'm going to cut it and I'll be right back. So as you guys can see, I have my half a stick of butter in my heat safe cup. And I'm going to put it in for about 10 seconds in the microwave. So while I wait for my butter to cool, the next step in the recipe is to crack 2 eggs. As you guys can see, I've cracked 1 egg. Now we need to crack 1 more. Now that I've cracked both my eggs, I'm about to pour in my nice warm butter. When you guys pour in your butter, be sure to have oven mitts on so that you don't burn your hands in the process. Like I have here. As you know, the butter is of course hot. It doesn't have to be like super, super hot. Just a little bit melted. Like this. When you're baking. Alright, so now I'm going to take my whisk. Just mix this in together. Mix it in together because the brown sugar is pretty hard. Before, you need only 2 overripe bananas. So I've got my 1 here. And as you can see, it's really black. So the blacker, the better, I'd always say for this recipe. If it's very black, it's very good to use. If it's very yellow, then it's not ripe. It's not overripe. It's just regular ripe. So after you put in the 1, black. Even though black bananas look gross on the outside, the inside is really tasty for banana bread. Smush in all my ingredients to make sure I put everything in. Oh, I forgot to put in the flour. So now that I've put in my bananas and everything else, I'm going to place in my 2 cups of flour. guys are all wondering, wait, where are we going to put in the chocolate chips? Well, right now. Yeah. Mix this in a little bit. See my flour in. Now everything's nice and moist. So, yeah, for this recipe, you don't need any milk because with the butter and the bananas, it's pretty gooey. So you don't really need a lot of liquids for this project, which I really like. Which is the last step in this recipe. But if you guys make a regular banana bread, you don't need to put the chocolate chips. I just prefer chocolate chip banana bread than regular banana bread. So I put in some Urban Meadows semi-sweet chocolate chips, which taste really good with banana bread. But if you don't like semi-sweet chocolate chips, you can just use Hershey's or just any chocolate chips. It doesn't really matter. So I mix in my chocolate chips. Make sure it's like half the bag, maybe, but not the whole bag, because then it will be way too sweet. So like this. And now that I'm for sure that I've placed in everything, my flour, baking soda, salt, butter, brown sugar, eggs, mashed bananas, and chocolate chips, I'm going to pour it into my mold. Pumpkin mold. It's really cute. So I'm going to put in some oil in my mold, just a little bit of oil, just so it sticks to the mold. And I'm going to pour everything in. But you guys can modify the recipe any way you like you can put maybe white sugar instead of brown sugar. You can maybe not put chocolate chips if you don't want chocolate chips. It's to your heart's desire, this recipe. This is one of my favorite things to make in my spare time when we have all-white bananas, because it's perfect, because it's not only helping you not waste food, but it's just making your food really, really good too. And it's also a great way to eat breakfast too. If you want to have a healthy breakfast, you can totally eat this. It's perfect. I'm going to put in my oven mitts to put this in the oven, because the oven is really hot. And once I put this, I'm going to put this in the oven. I'll show you guys what it looks like when I'm done. So after an hour, here's my finished banana bread. It's really brown and moist, and I cut a little piece out so you guys can see the little mold of the pumpkin, which looks really cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe, and next week I'll be doing a smoothie video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and bye!